Welcome to this winter yin practice. My name is Roseanne. I'll be your guide today. But as always, honor your body and take any archetypal pose that best serves you. Today I'll highlight dragon to begin. So have your right leg forward, hands perhaps on the mat or on some blocks if you need to stay high. Perhaps you come down and bring the hands to the inseam of the lead leg. You could stay here for today since we're focused on the inseams of the legs as part of the practice. You can blade that right foot and come out to the side, or let the knee come out to the side. And hands or forearms might come to a pillow or blocks. We'll stay here for several minutes. I find this pose a more active, if you want to call it that, yin posture. Maybe a little bit of work through the hands or the arms. And see what you can soften. Always return with the foot planted if having the knee out to the side doesn't serve you. Either way, sense into the inseam of that leg and into the groin. Perhaps wiggle the jaw. As you sit with this experience as best you're able. And yin, it's not about going to your maximum either. Always back out a little. In fact, that's recommended. A scale of 1 to 10, perhaps a 3 to 5. The breath can tell you a lot, but if you're in the right place, if it's long and strong, stay. If not, back out a little. Let it be your guide. It's a little longer here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Maybe on the exhale, you sigh it out as you start to perhaps place your hands back on the earth. Bring that knee back to neutral and pause. Transition is just as important as the pose itself. Scooch that left knee in as much as you need. So that you can release that right leg. Perhaps you just come into tabletop. Pause here. It is natural to feel a little achy at times with yin, just never anything sharp or shooting. Stay in stillness, which is what yin is really about. Or maybe you crave movement and you make some circles with that right hip. Reverse directions. It's whatever calls to you. Whatever's going to give you space. Perhaps you round and arch. And when you're ready, find the other side. That left leg comes forward. Again, you might start high, perhaps for the first minute or so, and slowly come down to your edge and let that left foot splay out to the side. Take your time to settle in so that you can be still. If you can envision those sheaths of fascia, sheaths of connective tissue, elongate, expand, stretch your boundaries, but in a healthy way. Where is that boundary between effort and ease for you? Again, maybe you wiggle the jaw while the rest of the body stills. For some, the moments of quiet are calming. For others, they may be the most challenging part of the practice. Notice what the mind does in moments of silence. It's no right or wrong, it's just observation of the mind and its various states. Another minute or so here. Come back to the breath. There's nothing else to be done in this moment other than practice. Likely 3 to 5 more breaths for most. Finish your last breath. Perhaps exhale through the mouth. Gently begin to come out as serves your body, pausing. And when you crave to come out of the pose completely, pause a little longer. Notice craving. And then scooch that back knee in a little more. Perhaps again, find that tabletop or whatever posture is comfortable for you. Notice the left leg and the right leg and both legs together. Encircle that left hip if you did so on the other side. Both directions. Perhaps again, you arch the spine and round. Arch and round. From here, come to sit on your bottom. And we'll take that right leg across. For a seated rotation, you could always take one on your spine as well. Same archetypal pose, a supine rotation. Find your sits bones here. Lift through the crown. And exhale to rotate toward the lead leg. The other pose, you may have felt the inseam of the leg into the groin. Here it's the outside of the leg. Perhaps down the IT band. You won't stay here quite as long. Let's see if you can settle the hips, ground them. While feeling light in the upper body. One more inhale here. Exhale. And let's move that head side to side. Maybe you even nod the chin up and down as the legs stay still. Pause anywhere you need. And then from here, unravel that right leg, lengthened out for half butterfly today. Could always take the full caterpillar as well. We'll just be here for quite some time because it'll be about 3 minutes on each side. So you'd be 6 minutes if you chose both legs lengthened. This can be a little simpler variation. So you rotate our torso toward that lead leg or turn it toward that lead leg. And perhaps you take a bolster. So here's half butterfly. And just to show one more option, not as common. It's more of this frog variation where you come forward. So if this is more comfortable for your leg, This may not be most of you, but for some of you, could choose this variation. I think I will today. A little more work for a little more stretch sensation in the inseam of the leg. You may or may not come down fully. You can round the spine or keep it long. Rounded. It's nice to have lots of bolsters and to stack the fists on perhaps your pillows to support the head. So whether you're in half frog, half butterfly, or the full caterpillar, sense the back line, sense the back of that leg or legs. Notice the quality of your breath. If it's long and strong, you know you're in the right place. If it's staggered or stilted, back out a little. Play with your variations. It's those sheaths. And sometimes the ground substance, the fluid in between becomes kind of sticky, stuck. See if you can visualize it between those sheaths, liquefying. The tissues can slide and glide. Sense your own presence in your body with the sensation that lies there. How deep can you go? I'm not talking about the pose here. Some of you may try to stretch a little too far when it comes to the body. But here, it's our perception. That we want to stretch. One more inhale. And exhale to begin to roll up. And change sides, nice and slow. Maybe both legs lengthen, you lean back. Let's pause. You rub those legs. Mm-hmm. Oh, and first, let's tuck that right leg underneath and cross the left one. I was going to use it in reverse order, but it could be better this way. Sit tall. And exhale, rotate toward that left leg for about a minute or so. This will give those of you in the full caterpillar variation a little bit of a break, because we did stay there a little longer than 3 minutes. In the half butterfly, half frog, just to let you sit tall for a moment. Hmm. Few more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, ha. As you rock the head side to side and find stillness in the legs. Wiggle the jaw. And pause ahead. Inhale a little taller. And exhale to release that left leg long. Inseam of the other sole of foot to that long leg. Unless you took caterpillar, then you're back in caterpillar, extended. Or foot to the inseam. Or if it feels good for the knee, this half frog. One side might feel more challenging than the other. This one's more challenging. And take any bolsters you might want, unless you want to stay tall. Notice any craving to rush like I just had right there. Let the side be as it is. And we'll stay here for a while. Sense the back of the leg. Perhaps from the heel, up the back of the ankle, back of the calf, knee, belly of the hamstring, glute. And sense that left side of the back, or one of the meridian lines runs for the bladder. Actually splits in two when it goes up the back. Through the lower back, mid back, upper back. It becomes one line again on either side of the neck. So on the left side, travels up to the base of the skull, over across the top of the head, and to the inseam of the eyebrow. Maybe you trace that line again from the inseam of the eyebrow, forehead, top of head, back of the skull, Back of the neck. From the full version, you might visualize both sides. Down that perhaps left side, thoracic spine, mid back, lower back. Single lines into the glute or glutes, belly of the hamstring, back of the knee, back of the calf, the ankle, heel, into the sole of the foot. Focus your awareness where you will. A few more breaths here. Breathe into the back of the heart. Widen through the sides of the ribs. And exhale to slowly roll up and pause. Maybe you assist that other leg if one is bent in any fashion. Elongate them, maybe lean back and sway the feet. The hips move in their sockets. And dragonfly for the inseams of the legs. Might extend your legs into a V. Take a bolster out in front of you if you'd like, or bolsters, pillows. If you'd like to fold forward. If there's any hyperextension in the feet, or in the knees, can take little towels or fold your blanket underneath your knees so that you can relax the feet. They don't have to be super wide here. And just stay here and breathe. The kidney line. These are just approximations to give you something to visualize. Starts underneath either side of the collarbone. So you might visualize that line traveling down close along the spine, down, display out toward the kidneys, and then back in close to the spine, where it travels down through the abdomen, close to the spine, into the groins, inner thighs, inner knee, inner calf or lower leg, inner ankle into the sole of the foot. Um, in between the fifth and fourth toe. From the fourth, fifth toe area through the center of the foot to the inside of the ankles, inside of the lower leg, knees, inner thighs, groins, up, down, either side of the spine. Travel up that abdomen, close to the spine, and then splay out to the kidneys. And then back in, closer to the spine, up to those collarbones once more. One more inhale. And exhale, ha. As you slowly find your way out of any fold, you might slide one leg and then the other a little. And pause again. Perhaps remove any bolsters or pillows so you can continue to slide those legs in. Bend the knees, perhaps give yourself a hug. And cross your arms the other way. And from here, you might turn so that you can lie down on your mat as you ease yourself onto your spine. Hug those knees, perhaps into the chest. And cross that right leg over top. Open up the knee. Just a brief little shoelace here. Clasp the hands around the bottom left thigh. Just for a little more release in the outer leg. Not our focus today, but a lovely pose. And switch sides. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Just equalize the hips, lengthen the left leg, send the right leg over toward that left-hand side. Just equalize the hips with the supine rotation and return to the back and switch sides, lengthen the right leg, left leg bends and crosses. We open. And then find your Savasana. Where do you notice the breath most strongly? At the chest, the ribs, the belly, maybe even the pelvic floor, the groin region. Can you even breathe into the leg? Of course, we know that's not possible per se, but the sense of that visualization is a powerful tool. Let your breath circulate through the body as it makes its way to every cell through its own pathways. Revitalizing your body, your whole being. While still maintaining awareness of the breath. Perhaps you bring life into the fingers and toes and give them a wiggle. Maybe you roll wrists and ankles and reverse. And do anything you need here. I like a long body stretch. To the right side long and the left side. Let's alternate here. Maybe yawn will come. When you're ready, find your favorite side. So you can rise, seated. Roll the head side to side. And when you feel finished, drop the chin. Reach the arms up as perhaps you look up. Bring those hands to heart center. If you'd like to join me in an Om, please do so. Om. Thank you for practicing me today. Satnam. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my channel. There's a few yins on there. So enjoy your day.